Kia ora. On the first Sunday of Advent, here in the Auckland Diocese, we're launching our new pastoral plan, Mission Map. It's a mission map, we're calling it. And the focus will be very much on the great command of Jesus, go out and make disciples of all nations. We're called to be evangelizers and evangelists. Bishop Michael and I are very happy to be introducing this mission map in this little conversation we're about to have. Michael, you know about the mission map?
I do know, I hope I know about the mission map. Actually, I do. It's been on my desk, so to speak, ever since I arrived. I know that there's been a long process, a committed process into coming up with this mission map, and I have to say how much I appreciate it. I appreciate it for three reasons. One, because it is a map. We know where we're going. Two, because it's simple. I know that I've been involved in a lot of these types of things before, strategic plans and such like, and sometimes they can become very complicated. And so I appreciate the fact that we're clear about what we're doing, that we've got three priorities, and that we've got a timeline in which to do those. And lastly, I appreciate the fact that they are practical, that we are there to build Catholic communities for mission, that we will help the youth to grow in their fit spirituality, and that we'll care for the poor. So I very much do know about it, and I'm appreciative of it.
Yeah, what I like very much about it is it's a response in our diocese to the call that Pope Francis made soon after he became Pope, when he said that he dreams of a missionary option for the Church. And he wants every facet of the life of the Church to be focused in some way on mission, on reaching out. You know, his field hospital image that he wants churches to be open, sort of to reflect the house of the Father, the doors are open, all are welcome. And he wants us to be missionary ambassadors that are going to invite others to come to the house of the Father. And he relies on us to introduce them to the love of Christ.
It's that whole theme, isn't it, of the periphery that he often talks about, going to the borders, to the boundaries. I suppose not waiting, that whole field hospital imagery is not waiting for people to come up to the big hospital on the hill, but to go down with the hospital tent and to live amongst those who are most in need. I know that's something I've appreciated coming to the Auckland Diocese, is once again hearing the history of the pioneers, those who have established our church here many years ago, just how courageous they were, how committed they were. Some of the religious who came to our country, Bishop Pompallier, of course, himself, but many of our religious who came here never expecting to return home. There's that absolute commitment to the mission that they've been called to. And for me, it's about trying to reclaim some of that passion and commitment in our lives and in our diocese again, and in our communities.
That sense of urgency about sharing the gospel. Michael, you were involved in helping to bring Father James Mallon to New Zealand a few years ago, where we had a huge assembly with diocesan priests from all around the country. But one of the points he made, which I found very striking, he drew our attention to the Great Commission, go out and make disciples of all nations, baptize them and teach them. And he said that the Catholic Church has been really good at going out, missionaries. We've been really good at baptizing. We've been really good at teaching. We've got schools galore. But that what we haven't been quite so effective doing is making disciples. And I guess my hope with the mission map is that somehow, especially in our fostering spirituality for young people and in outreach to the poor, that we'll find ways to help people in our diocese to become active disciples to become disciples, not just followers, but people who will go out and share in the mission. That's my big prayer.
I know when I was in the seminary, and obviously I've come from the seminary, from working in formation in the seminary here to the diocese, one of the key objectives that we had in the seminary was to help our young men to become shepherds with a missionary heart, with a disciple's heart. And I know that's a call, not just, and we reminded them that that's not just their call, but it's every baptised person's call. And I know that's something that we, like you say, like you've just said, often we talk about, but it's something we really have to own, that we all have this call, this responsibility, this relationship with the gospel that we need to spread. So I very much am aware of that, and aware that that's what the Holy Father again has been calling us to and reminding us of. It's not just for the priests and religious.
And so I guess our hope is that it won't be business as usual in the church over the next, it won't be business as usual ever again, that it's a whole change of focus. I heard in one parish where they've decided to call the parish council not the parish council, but the mission council for the parish. But just in little ways to keep reminding ourselves and one another that we are called to mission. So I think that we're both really praying that this plan, the mission map, will bear rich fruit for the church in our diocese, but also for our wonderful nation, New Zealand.
I suppose especially in this time, it's been stated before, but Pope Francis has reminded us this is not a time of COVID I'm talking about. This is not a restart, but it's a time that we can really start afresh and start again. And so what a better opportunity do we have then to have this mission map to help us to do that, to start again, to have, like you say, to have fresh eyes and to see what is possible in our world today.
First Sunday of Advent, that's when it starts. May God bless our work.
God bless you all as well.
Thank you.